I kind of want to sing this. I kind of want to be like, mi amore, mia. Sorry, I can't. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to neilpoin.com. Welcome back to our channel. It's Niall and Tomas, and we are back for yet another Eurovision 2025 reaction video. The next stop is Estonia, so we're not going to take a train like you suggested. No, we're going to fly from Norway, which was the previous one that we did, and we're going to fly over to Tallinn, to Estonia, and we're going to react to the winner of Eesti Laul, which I think, as expected, is Tommy Cash with the song Espresso Macchiato.
No one's really surprised.
No. I don't know. No, I don't. No. Yeah, no. It was definitely a contender. It was definitely, yeah. Anyway, Espresso Macchiato, the winning song from Eesti Laul. Before we react to it, please remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help us get to 500 subscribers on YouTube before Eurovision starts in May. That's it. That is our goal.
That's our goal, and I think it's really doable.
And you can help us. Just please subscribe.
Tell your friends. I don't know.
Yeah, share it. Whatever.
Make your mum follow us.
I think your mom would love us. I think she would.
We're good with parents.
Why do we keep sidetracking always? Anyway, let's get into Espresso Macchiato by Tommy Cash. This is Estonia's entry for Eurovision 2025.
I've got to say, I'm enjoying that this is Espresso Macchiato.
I love that
tea.
It would have been a wasted opportunity if he didn't have an actual Espresso Macchiato in his hands at the start of the song. I love Eurovision. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that dance fun. Is that his security?
Yeah, this is a gag that was happening a lot, but I don't know if it's... I think it's a gag anyway.
How does he do that?
I don't know. I don't know how anyone can move like that.
Okay, so it's gonna be like a shtick almost.
Yeah.
Is the lights going out? Is that part of the feed?
You're asking me questions I can't possibly know the answer. I'm glad he's quite skinny because he wouldn't be that hard to lift.
Yeah. It's getting a little hysterical. Look, did you just see the reaction of that one? Was like. I don't know what I was expecting from this performance, but it was this.
Espresso Macchiato. Me like no fly privati with 24 carati. Alzo mi casa very grandioso. Mi mani numeroso. I work around the clock. That's why I'm sweaty like a mafioso. Like this like spaghetti.
This song is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, yeah. What was that move?
I thought he nearly fell.
It's kind of like that moment in RuPaul's Drag Race. It was like Monet Exchange, where she did this sort of like, I'm going to do a split, and then she like, Oh! Is this a winner reprise?
Maybe.
That we're watching? Because for your information, we're struggling to find actual official performance. This might have been the winner reprise, I think.
Yeah, it must be. I don't know.
Must be the winner.
Yeah, there's something going on with this feed. We might need to redo this video at some point or find another video.
Yeah. I mean, we got the gist. We've got
the gist. But that was Tommy Cash. And in case you didn't quite make it out, the song is called Espresso Macchiato. I don't know if he said it enough during the song. Right, I'm going to let you start on this one.
I don't really know what to think of the performance. I thought it was fun.
It was silly for sure. Yeah.
It was silly. There were a couple of moments where, as you all heard, I cackled.
I think your neighbours across the street.
There were actually some birds just like startled and flying away. But I had kind of expected it to be more polished in a way, because I feel like the production of the song is very polished. Like yes, it's a silly song, but I feel like it's got a really good production. Like instrumentation wise, it's very, very strong. I think you can say about the lyrics what you want. You know, you're either into this kind of silly song or you're not. But I was kind of expecting the performance to be a little more. You know, I didn't really like the camera work here, but that's maybe not really due to him. That was maybe just Eesti Laul just not really delivering with the camera angles. I don't know what that was. It felt like there wasn't really a lot going on, like choreo wise. It was a lot of standing. Well, I mean, in the start, but like I feel like it was very static at points, in my opinion. There were a couple of funny moments, like when that guy went like, you know, one of the dancers did that. That was funny and stuff like that. But there was a lot of standing still. I don't know if that was a conscious decision. I don't know. I kind of expected more from it. I felt like, because Estonia do like a good bit of fun, as they've proven last year. But I felt like last year's performance had me going. You know, I was dancing. That was one of my. You know, Estonia was one of my favorites last year. It was in my top 5 consistently. And that one had so much more energy. I feel like this is the sillier song of the two. But that one had a much more interesting staging, where it was like the battle between, you know, 5 minutes and Pulup. And this is sort of like, I don't know. I still like the song, but I feel like if he wants to, because I feel like this is one of those songs where if you're not really into Eurovision and you're more of a casual viewer, you'd have people going, well, it's, you know, some people have called it a circus. So a lot of people would be like, oh, well, that's going to win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's silly. And I feel like if that's his objective, if he wants to win Eurovision, he's going to have to amp up that staging, in my opinion. I don't think this is it's not the televote magnet that I was expecting it to be.
I mean, not when you've got Mariana Conte, you've got Erica Vickman, in there as well. Like I don't know if I can see this like really grabbing people.
No, exactly.
Now we did a reaction to a snippet of this before, and I wasn't impressed. If we remember correctly, this song isn't for me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's at this point. I could do without it. It's not amazing to me. I thought some of the staging choices were a bit funny. Like the security gag is a little bit funny, but like, the problem is that sort of gag gets old really quickly. You know, by the time May comes round, if that is still what the staging is, he's done it. We're bored of that. You know.
But then a lot of people are going to be watching for the first time.
True, but
so it's first impressions, really.
But not for us. You know, so
and we are more important.
I'm just talking about from my own perspective.
No, I get you.
I will say I caught the first maybe hour and a bit of Eesti Laul because I was stuck on a bus for 2 hours. So I watched a little bit of it on my phone, and the production value did seem really, really good, and I've got to give them props for their opening. I had a stressful day, and their opening sequence with Pull Up in 5 minutes absolutely just made my day. Cheered me fully up. You know, they were going all in on it as well. They had fireworks coming out of the arena for opening it. So I feel like Estonia are really... I feel like they have been for a while, but I feel like they're still really on this sort of Eurovision train. They really enjoy it. Like, you know, they're putting in a lot of effort. They might not have, you know, the same resources or the same sort of format or whatever as, you know, your melody festivals and stuff, but there's a clear enjoyment of it. Like, you had... If your host who was one of 5 minutes start the whole show dressed as a big flower, like, it's so Eurovision, it works. But yeah, this song isn't for me. I don't know if it's the way his attitude comes across, but it almost... I know a lot of it is tongue in cheek. It's a lot of that Joost Klein humor, of like Eurovision winner lists, like
Which you also really didn't love.
I didn't love, but I was more in that. I was more interested and intrigued by that. The way that Tommy Cash is doing it to me, for some reason, it's just coming across a bit arrogant. That's the way that I'm reading it. I'm not saying that that's what he is. It's just I don't know. There's just something about the way he's, this whole security gag and the winner of Eurovision 2025 on the YouTube upload. It's just putting me off of it a little bit more as well. So when you don't like the song in the first place, that makes it even harder to get into because I don't feel the desire to even want to try and get into it a little bit more. Like with Yoast, I tried, and I got to a point where I could enjoy it.
But Yoast also had a bit of a shtick and a sort of a gag in his song, but he also had a real message behind his song, which was a message toward his parents, and it had more depth, a lot more depth, I think, which is why people connected it to it in the first place.
And I think with Yoast, you could just feel the humor. That was humor more than any sort of arrogance or anything like that. I feel like you could really tell. Like, I think it was so. It just sort of went so far to the ridiculous end that there was no way that anyone could think that you were being serious.
Yeah.
When we were at Eurovision concert and it came up being like #1 in the odds and all the rest of it, there was like an absolute ridiculous silliness.
And also, I forgot the rest of my graphics was on the screen at some point in the backdrop.
Like that sort of thing. Like, there's an unseriousness to this where this feels a lot more serious in terms of its, and that's just the energy I'm not enjoying.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy it, I don't have any issues with you enjoying it.
No, exactly. Like, and I still think this is a qualifier in a televote only semi. If they amp up the staging enough, this is definitely going to qualify. I could see it doing well. I just don't see it. I thought of like, if the staging is really good, this could be contender. I felt, especially with a televote, this could be a televote magnet. But at this point, I'm not seeing it. So I can see it doing well, but I can't see it being a contender anymore. But a lot can happen between here and May. Do you know what my issue is? The biggest issue is the fact that Estonia did really have a lot of great options. Oh, yeah. They had Anne Marlen, they had Andrei Savakin and Karita, which were two of my favorite songs. And I think I said at the very start of the season, because Estonia was one of the first national finals that I reviewed on Blue Sky, and I said, if either of these two win, that'll be my winner for Eurovision 2025. And I stand by that. Like, I love Erika Vikman and I love Red Sebastian, which are my top two. But I can't vote for Belgium. I can't vote for Belgium anyway. So I would have had to vote for either Finland or another one. And I feel like Estonia could have been my winner or in my top 3 for 2 years in a row. And now I feel like I might not even have it in my top 10. Depending on what the staging is going to be.
I need to keep reminding you, like, your current plan is to be in the UK.
Yes, I can vote for Belgium.
So you can vote for Belgium.
I'm still sort of like, Anyway,
That was Estonia. I nearly said Latvia. That's a completely different country. We've already done that. That was
we have.
That was Estonia. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. And remember, you can like, subscribe to the channel, and follow neilplaid.com if you want to see any more of our content or follow us on social media. We will see you next time. Goodbye. Bye.